Hi everyone, I've left the light on in my kitchen. I hope it doesn't distract you. I wondered if that makes the lighting better, if you can maybe see my face a bit more, so let me know what you think. We're going to start on our feet tonight for this yoga session. And it's probably better to have your feet hip distance, especially if we're going to close our eyes just for a few moments. So first of all, let's just loosen off the shoulders. And then just get a sense of the weight being evenly distributed between both feet. Bring your hands here to your heart center, to prayer position. And when you're ready, close your eyes. So you might also want to rock forward and back and just find the weight somewhere in between the front and the back of the feet. Pull up through the legs, so the legs are strong. We pull the thigh muscles away from the knees. And then drop the shoulders down into the back. Draw the head back, but not up. Soften through the features of the face. And begin to focus on your breath. Now when we breathe standing up, there's often a bit more movement in the shoulders and the chest. So see, even for this brief time, if you can get the rib cage to move a bit more, the belly to move as you breathe in and out. So you might feel the belly or the ribs pushing your arms out and in as you breathe. Just take a moment to let everything quieten down a little bit. Focus in on your body and how your body's feeling this evening or tomorrow morning. Let the arms drop now. Wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes, and drop your head. And then looking down, open and close the eyes a few times until you're ready to keep them open. And then lift your head. So let's breathe in, and as we breathe out, travel the hands back to the heart center. Each time you breathe in, see if you can reach a bit higher. This time, I want you to roll down as you bring your hands through, so we keep them close to the body. We're rolling down. Let's keep legs bent, especially to begin with, but let the head be heavy. Then bring hands to shins or thighs and find a flat back position. You might want to be a bit higher on this first one or two. Breathe in and rise. And then exhale, roll through again. Inhale, find your flat back. Perhaps your hands can come a bit lower this time, perhaps not. Roll up, breathe in. Now when you meet the hands here, you might be able to start to reach back a little bit. Flat back again. Don't worry if your timing's a bit slower or quicker than mine. We'll meet together at some point. And let's do one more. breathe in and rise, and this time step your legs wide. So start again with the breath. We inhale, we exhale. Now this time as you exhale, bend the legs just a little bit. Breathe in, straighten the legs. Exhale, inhale. I think I'm moving quite fast tonight, so go slower than me if that feels better. Let's do 2 more. Step the legs in and let the arms swing. Inhale, and as they swing, bend the legs. Now if you feel ready, when the hands are at the top, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Now again, go at your own pace on these. If you want to balance for a bit longer, do. If you don't want to balance at all, don't. When you get to this last one, just stay up for a moment. Lift the heels and open the arms just a touch. Relax there for a moment and roll down. So we're going to stay over now, and I want you to bend the legs a bit more as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, bring length into the legs. Inhale, bend the legs, and your chest might naturally lift a little bit. Exhale, take the chest to the thighs. 2 more, so you should feel this in the back of the legs, warming and lengthening. 1 more. Inhale and rise, and let's make this a back bend now, so reaching back. Drop the shoulders and lift the chest. Hands come back to the heart center and come and face me. Bring the feet hip distance again. Let's start to side bend, side to side. And then I'm inviting you here to take this with the heels off again. So if you feel ready, lift the heels. You might have to slow down a little bit as you start to come side to side. It's going to help if you fix your eyes on something steady. Maybe don't look at me for a moment. Let's make this one your last one, and then bring the heels down. Bring hands behind you and draw them away. So have a look at me here. See if you can really squeeze the shoulder blades. And then if you want to, see if you can roll back down and keep the arms there. Now if you need to let go of your arms, please do. Let the head be heavy. Then release the arms and take the arms to one side. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Take the arms across to the other side. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Breathe in and rise. Let's find your back. Bend again. Squeeze your bottom this time to take you a bit further. Then open the arms. Clasp the hands, draw the arms back, roll back down. See if you can lift your arms a bit higher towards the back of the head. Let the arms drop. Take the arms one way. And take the arms the other way. Roll up again. Lift the arms. And bring the hands back to the heart center. Stay here. Rise up again once more to the balls of the feet. Now this time, can you lift your chest whilst you're here? So you come into a little bit of back bend, and then if you're feeling brave and a bit more ready, see if you can look up. Heels down, and I've got one more for you. Breathe in, take the arms wide like we did before, and rise up again here. So again, can you now find a little bit of a back bend, and can you again look up? Heels down and come and step wide and just come into a forward fold. Let your legs be bent and just maybe hang or shake a little bit to release off any tension in your backs. And you can just stay there for a moment. And then hands to thighs and let's roll up. So step a little wider and turn the right foot out. So we're starting in Trikonasana or triangle today. So let's breathe in, lift the arms, lengthen the arms, and then reach to your triangle pose. So let's stack the arms, hand, shoulder, shoulder, and hand, and pull up through the thighs. So get a sense for where this top shoulder is. Ideally, you want it right above this bottom hip. And then if you can keep that shape, I want you to come back to this prayer position in the hands and see if you can roll that top shoulder back further. Now, if you start to fall forward, just open the arms again. Let's take 2 more breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, bend the leg, come to warrior 2. And come deep if you can, but just see how you feel tonight. Then I want you to clasp your hands behind your back. We've been here already with the arms, but not in this position. Once you're here, can you square your chest more to the front? Can you check this knee stays out? And then draw the hands back and come lower. Press the feet into the ground. And let's resume with that breath. Arms open and let's reach to warrior 2. Bring the arm by the ear. Big stretch from the back foot right through to the fingertips. And then you can stay here or you can come down. So find where you can be today. Roll the top shoulder back. You might want to come up to elbow for a moment if you're not already there. I'm going to wrap this top arm. Now you can take the hand and you can bring it round and see if you can get your fingers to your thigh. And then roll the top shoulder back again and come back down if you can. Stay in the breath. 2 more breaths. This should be a lot of leg and hip too. Hands come down, back heel lifts. And I want you to put your back knee down. If you can tonight, leave your toes curled under. Come up to your knee. Inhale and reach back. So you're getting a stretch here in your back leg. And we're lifting the chest. Inhale, hands come by the front foot. Now you could stay with your knee down or you lift your knee off. And you see if you can get this back leg straight. Front knee's above your ankle. And then we're doing a close twist. So you're going to turn away from me. Should be your right arm. Turns away and reaches up. And again, let's stay for a couple of breaths. Walk the hands back to the front and return to your forward fold. Now this time you might be able to straighten the legs a bit more and drop the head. Hands come to thighs and let's roll up. So let's take the sequence the other way. So the left foot turns out, the hips square, the arms open. We reach and we find our triangle position. Pull up through the thighs, open, find your breath. And then if you can keep your shape, bring your hands to your heart center. Roll that shoulder back. 2 breaths. Inhale, let's lift. Exhale, let's bend the leg and find warrior 2. Clasp the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Square the chest. And come deeper if you can here in the leg. Follow the breath. Check that knee doesn't roll in. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, come to extended warrior. Really reach. Option to come down. Roll the top shoulder back. Inhale and wrap the arm. Fingers to thigh if you can. Top shoulder rolls back again. And then you've got the option to come down. Bring your hands by that foot, lift your back heel, pop your back knee down, keeping those toes curled under. Let's rise and reach back. Inhale, hands come down. Exhale, back knee lifts, option. Straighten that back leg. And then turn away from me. So you're lifting your left arm. 3 breaths here. Inhale, walk the hands back to me. Walk your feet in a little bit. And then roll up. Ooh. And give your legs a bit of a shake. So we're taking Dancer's Pose, Natarajasana, as your balance. I'm going to show you from the side first of all. Join in when you're ready, but don't feel you have to turn around. So let's take the right leg with the right hand. Line up the knees and bring the other arm forward. If you can, hold the inside of the foot. Line up the knees. And then when you're ready, push the foot into the hand and lift the chest. Really work on lifting that leg high. And step down. Change legs when you're ready. Let's take the other foot. and travel into your balance. Now, if you're becoming more aware of this, you might better level your hips out a little bit so that the leg you're lifting, that hip, isn't lifted and open too much. And step down, just release any tension. So I think we've done this already in one of our practices, so we're going to progress that tonight. We're going to see if we can take the foot in the opposite hand. Now if it doesn't work for you, repeat what we've just done there. Otherwise we're going back to the right foot, but we're seeing if we can take the right foot in the left hand. Now once you're there, lift the other arm and just stay still for a moment. You don't need to look at me anymore, so look down. And then see if you can travel again. You can still work on the same things, pushing the foot into the hand, but you might feel it in slightly different places and you'll be a bit more wobbly. Step down, and when you're ready, change legs. Opposite hand if you can, don't worry if you can't. And step down. Well done. Come and take a seat. Come and lay on your backs and bring your knees in. So we're going to take a bridge position, but our focus tonight is to focus more on the upper back. So let's bring feet close to the bottom and let's roll up. Now you've got a couple of options. You could just have arms wide, but really think of pushing the chest up. Or you could return to the shoulder squeeze where we've been a few times already tonight. But today you clasp your hands and you're going to walk your shoulders in as much as you can to keep going until you feel your shoulder blades coming together and your chest and your tummy, actually, if you look at it, should be really high now. So stay there if you can. Feel the stretch across the shoulders. Push high through the hips. You come down whenever you need to. Release the arms and let's roll back down and bring your knees in. And just gently rock side to side again. So we're coming back to it and we're going to see if we can modify it or change it a little bit to work more of the hamstrings. So let's roll back up. If you feel you can, still take the shoulder squeeze. And then see if you can inch your legs forward. Now you don't want your hips to drop. So you take them as far forward as you can. It might not be as far as me, might be further. And you stay. I'm really squeezing my bottom here. You might feel this a bit more in your lower back. Stay focused on breath. And then release and roll back down. And let's bring the knees in. Take your arms wide and drop your legs to me. Relax the shoulder down. Now we're going to deepen this stretch and this twist. If you don't like it, just come back to where your legs are now. Otherwise your bottom legs, so the one on the ground or close to the ground, you're going to wrap the thigh or the shin or the calf over your other thigh, and then that pulls you further over. See if you can still keep that other shoulder blade down. Enjoy this and breathe deep, but if you don't like it, just uncross the legs. Uncross and bring your knees back in. Drop the legs the other way. Then see if you can take that bottom leg over the top leg and draw yourself further over. Draw your knees in, and I want you to come over to child's pose. Inhale to all fours, exhale up to down dog. Press through the hands. And because we've opened the shoulders so much, you might feel a little bit different in the shoulders now this evening. You might feel that you can draw the shoulder blades into your spine a little bit more and feel the shoulders pushing back towards your feet. Come back down to your knees, push back to child's pose. Then from here we're going to strike through. So I want you to keep the arms bent, arch the back, and you bring your chest low towards the mat. Now I know often here we get stuck or we collapse, and that's fine. Otherwise keep pushing through and come to a low cobra and squeeze the shoulder blades. Really squeeze them in. And then push back to child's pose. So we're going to do just a couple of those, moving a little bit quicker. You will feel it in your arms, it will feel quite tough. If you struggle, just come back to child's pose or come forward and just do the two end positions and don't work so much on the transition. Otherwise, have a go with me. So we inhale, we strike through, low cobra or up dog. And then we push back to child's pose. Inhale, so forearms are off if you can keep them off. Shoulders drop and we push back. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And just rest here in child's pose again. When you're ready, come and sit up and bring your legs wide. Bring the hands together. My arms are quite straight, and just take your hands in either direction to stretch through the forearms. Clasp your hands, circle the hands to release the wrists, and back the other way. Give them a shake. flex the feet a little bit, roll the legs out. Perfectly fine to have these legs bent. And then let's just come forward and hold a stretch here. Let your back soften on this, because this is really how we're going to complete the class tonight. So tuck your chin, draw up your shoulders, lift the belly if that feels good. We're stretching the legs, but we're letting the upper back soften. You can stay here, or if it feels good to walk your hands towards one leg, you could. And towards the other leg, or you might still be in the middle. Come and sit up, release your shoulders and bring your legs in. So either sitting here with legs forward or coming cross-legged. Sitting up really tall. I'm hoping you feel quite different across here. Tonight, a bit more open. And we work the hips and the thighs too, so feeling that. So let's take the eye gaze down. So is it the first day of spring today when the clocks go forward? I think so, even though it's sleeted today. So let's hope this week brings us some more sunny weather. So let's focus on the breath. Be thankful for what we do have. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste.